My name is Deb Gleason. I'm a holistic nutritionist here on the coast, and I have developed a program to help empower you to optimize your health one forkful at a time. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about me and why I'm so passionate about health and nutrition, and then I'm going to explain the program. So, like a lot of kids in the 70s who grew up in Windsor, Ontario, there was a lot of fast food and junk food and processed food in my life. If it wasn't McDonald's, it was Kentucky Fried Chicken night. If it wasn't Kentucky Fried Chicken night, it was pizza night, it seemed like. And I grew up in that kind of way of thinking about food. I didn't feel particularly well, but I didn't know what it was like to feel well. I carried about 20 extra pounds, but it just sort of seemed like everyone carried 20 extra pounds. So things changed though for me. When I was 29 years old, I walked into my favorite video shop where I went every Friday night to pick up an action and adventure movie or a cop and robber kind of movie. And I made this weird decision to ask the clerk if she had any advice on a good documentary. She did. She said, I know this movie called Baraka and I think you'd really like it. Has anyone seen Baraka? A few of you guys? So I took Baraka home. I just made my specialty. I didn't cook much, but I made my specialty chicken parmesan. So a breast of chicken with a Kraft single slice and some canned tomato soup or something ridiculous. And I sat down in front of this movie and it was beautiful. It was this beautiful movie of images all around the world of animals and nature and people doing amazing things set to music. No words. So you could just sort of drift with this movie and just really enjoy it. And then the music changed. And everything changed. The movie changed to the inside of a factory. And first the camera was really panned out, so you couldn't really see what was going on, but I knew there was something moving on a conveyor belt and people were sorting it. The camera got tighter and tighter and tighter, and as it got really tight, I noticed it was baby chickens on the conveyor belt. And I was completely lost about why there would be baby chickens inside a factory on a conveyor belt. I had no frame of reference for this. And what I watched these women do is they sorted them. They picked them up, and some got to go back on the conveyor belt and off camera, and some ended up down a little swirly tube. And I was so confused and overwhelmed by this imagery that I called a friend of mine and I said, you've got to explain to me what I've just seen, because I didn't know chickens would ever be in a factory, and why are they there and all of this. And she said, do you really want to know what was happening? Probably the best question I've ever been asked. And I said, yes, probably the hardest yes I've ever given, because I knew that it was going to be intense. And she explained why the chickens were there. She explained egg-laying facilities and factory farming. And factory farming was a term I'd never even heard. I was 29 years old and I still hadn't even heard that term. Now at the time, I had a very intense job and not a lot of emotion was getting in and out of my body. I was a homicide detective with the Ontario Provincial Police. This movie and this realization of where these chickens were coming from penetrated right through this badge into my heart and changed me in that moment. When I knew the truth about what we were doing to those little baby chicks, I made a decision on the spot to go vegetarian, and I threw that chicken parmesan in the garbage, and I started down a vegetarian path. Now, I didn't know anything about being a vegetarian. I never thought I would be a vegetarian, and I was really hungry for a few weeks as I tried to sort out how to be a vegetarian. And I kept learning about factory farming through the next few weeks. About a month after I declared I was vegetarian and started down that road, I declared I was vegan. I went to the next level so quickly and got really quite hungry again and started down this whole path of learning how to cook, learning what food really was, learning about how to eat things that didn't come through a drive-thru or that weren't in a box originally, that went into the microwave. What happened next is my health completely changed. So I made the decision because my heart got opened up to something I saw in that movie in that moment, but then my health started to soar. My energy went through the roof, my eyes became crystal clear, my skin cleared up, those 20 pounds that had just been sort of hanging out just dropped off, almost magically it felt. And I started down this path of eating whole foods from plants, learning little by little, and then everyone wanted to talk to me about it, so I thought, I love talking about this. Everyone wants to talk to me about this. They want to know where I get my protein. They want to know how I can do triathlons on this diet. I'm going to study nutrition formally. So that's what I did. I went and I studied nutrition formally. I became a certified holistic nutritionist so that I could support people that were going down that same path that I was so lost on originally. I've only been on the coast for 6 months. And before I came here, I worked with clients in Ottawa who wanted to try this way of living out. And I saw amazing things. Diabetes reversing, heart disease reversing, blood pressure and cholesterol normalizing, arthritis symptoms disappearing, people going from a stage of getting up 7 times in a night to take arthritis medicine to dropping all that and running marathons. I saw this happen before my own eyes, and I knew it was real because I'd felt it myself. So I've taken all that experience and all that knowledge and my passion, I've brought it to the coast, and I've created a program for you guys that gives you everything you need to try this out for 30 days, to see if it works for you, to take the pieces that work and continue with them and leave the rest behind. It's called the Sunshine Coast 30-Day Health Challenge, and this is what it looks like. Week 1, I ask you to get really honest with yourself and decide what's the number 1 food I'm eating that I know is hurting me. So for some people it's the Big Mac, it's the Snickers bar, it's the 3 cups of coffee, whatever it is for you, we're going to get rid of that in the first week. We're also going to add in a big green smoothie every single day of that first week. And this is what a big green smoothie looks like. You take some really non-processed great food like a banana, a lemon, an apple, kale. Does anyone not know what this is? Because we really need to work together. Kale, you put that in a blender with some hemp seeds and some flax seeds and water, and you add that into your diet every day for that first week. So you're already going to feel different by the end of the first week because the Snickers bars or the Big Macs are gone and you've got this green smoothie in your body. Week 2, you drop the food that you know is hurting you, the number 2 food that you know is hurting you. That goes, and what comes in its place is a big salad every day. Doesn't mean you're just going to eat salad. It means you just add it into whatever else you're eating. Big, like with lots of seeds and nuts and creamy dressing, something you love eating, something that's going to make you feel good. Week 3, we add in whole food snacks. I'm going to pass these around. These are my salted caramel pecan bliss bites. And these are the kind of snacks you're going to be eating in week 3. You're also in week 3 going to drop dairy products and give your body a chance to feel what that feels like, because often that's where the inflammation and the extra weight is in those dairy products. I'll let you guys pass these around. In week 4, you're going to drop the rest of the processed foods from your diet. You're going to drop the rest of the animal products. And you're going to become a plant-powered superstar. You are going to follow a menu plan that I've designed for you, either a family or a single menu plan, gluten-free or not, and you are going to eat whole plant foods for a whole week to give your body a chance to feel that feeling, that energizing, cleansing feeling that you get when you eat that way. And then when it's all done, we're going to come back together and we're going to have a celebratory potluck where you bring the food that you've loved creating along the way to share with other people. So that's going to be the end. The program starts with a meeting where we get together and we just talk about all these issues. I show you how to make smoothies and salads and bliss bites so that you know what you're doing. I give you a 30-day nutrition plan so you're supported all the way. You also have access to me for the entire 30 days. So every question that comes up, you email me, we get it sorted out. Every week, I'm going to send you a video that I shot in my kitchen. So cooking classes come right into your inbox every week. So you continue to learn as we go. There's a discount for a local health food store, so you get a discount on organic produce. There's all kinds of nice little value-added pieces into this program so that you feel like it's really easy to work through that 30 days, to grow and learn as a group and with me, and teach me along the way, because I always learn from you guys too on what you need. So that's the 30-day health challenge. What I'm asking from you is, have the clipboards gone around now? No. I've got clipboards here for you to sign up for updates and just to keep yourself on my list so that you know when programs are starting. The first one is starting on July 6th, so it's coming up in July. So I'm asking that you sign up for my newsletter and that you be one of the brave ones and come and join my program on July 6th so that you can start talking about this to your friends and family and start describing how you feel when you take your health in your own hands.